Mr. Michael, social studies teacher. The Scientific Revolution and the Enlightenment. This video is in two parts. The first part of the video will present the lecture notes from the PowerPoint presentation. The next part of the video will have more detailed explanations of the notes. Part 1. Lecture Notes. The Scientific Revolution. Roots of Modern Science. Medieval view of universe based on Bible and Greek, Roman sources. Geocentric theory, moon, sun, planets revolve around Earth. New way of thinking caused by Renaissance and Age of Exploration. Scientific Revolution, new way of viewing natural world. Based on observation and inquiry, asking questions. Revolutionary model of universe. Copernicus develops heliocentric theory, planets revolve around sun. Later scientists use math to prove his theory to be correct. Galileo makes discoveries about planet surfaces, supports heliocentric theory. Church fears it will lose power. Pope forces him to say his discoveries are all wrong. The scientific method. Series of steps for forming and testing scientific theories. First, problem or question based on observation. Second, form a hypothesis. Third, test the hypothesis. Fourth, analyze and interpret findings. New conclusion either proves or disproves hypothesis. Bacon urges scientists to experiment before drawing conclusions. Descartes advocates using logic and math to reason out basic truths. I think, therefore I am. Law of gravity. Isaac Newton. Same forces rule motion of planets, matter in space, and Earth. Every object in universe attracts every other object. Universe is a perfect clock and God is the clockmaker. Scientific revolution spreads. New instruments lead to better observations and new discoveries. Vesalius improves knowledge of anatomy. Jenner produces world's first vaccination for smallpox. The Enlightenment. Who has the right to govern? Old idea, monarch's rule is justified by divine right. New idea, power of gov comes from the consent of the governed. Enlightenment philosophy. Truth, discovered through reason. Nature is good and reasonable. Happiness, find it now on earth. Progress, society and humankind can improve. Liberty, men are free to determine how they are governed and should be protected by law. Enlightenment philosophers met in salons to discuss new ideas. All influenced U.S. Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and U.S. Constitution. Believed in progress for society. A more secular view. Faith in science. Locke, all people are born free and equal. 3 natural rights, life, liberty, property. Fundamental to U.S. Declaration of Independence. Right to rebel against unjust rulers. Voltaire, freedom of thought and expression. I do not agree with what you say, but I support your right to say it. Montesquieu, separation of powers and checks and balances, influenced U.S. Constitution. Keep any individual, group from gaining total control of government. Rousseau, wrote the social contract. Favored direct democracy. Total equality for all men, no noble titles. Beccaria, punishment should fit the crime. No torture. No capital punishment. Wollstonecraft, women's equality. Women should be educated and participate in politics. Legacy of Enlightenment. Belief in progress. Use reason to solve social problems, end slavery, more social equality, democracy. More secular outlook. Use reason, science instead of religion, superstition to explain the universe and be tolerant of other beliefs. Importance of the individual. People use reason to decide right, wrong for themselves, not church or a ruler. Part 2. Explanation of the lecture notes. The Scientific Revolution. In the Middle Ages, knowledge was often based on religious texts and ancient sources. The geocentric theory prevailed, stating that the moon, sun, and planets revolve around the Earth. The Renaissance and Age of Exploration ignited a new way of thinking, leading to the Scientific Revolution. This revolution encouraged observation, inquiry, and questioning the status quo. The revolutionary model of the universe. Nicolaus Copernicus proposed the heliocentric theory, suggesting that planets revolve around the sun. Later, through mathematics and observation, scientists confirmed Copernicus's theory. Galileo Galilei made groundbreaking discoveries about planetary surfaces, supporting the heliocentric model. However, the Church was threatened by these ideas, leading to conflicts with figures like Galileo. The scientific method emerged, a series of steps for forming and testing scientific theories. It starts with identifying a problem or question based on observation. Scientists then formulate hypotheses, conduct experiments, analyze findings, and draw conclusions. Francis Bacon emphasized experimentation, while René Descartes advocated for logic and math. Isaac Newton's law of gravity explained the motion of planets, celestial bodies, and objects on Earth. It revealed that every object in the universe attracts every other object, presenting a clockwork universe. The spread of the scientific revolution. New instruments improved observations and led to groundbreaking discoveries. Andreas Vesalius advanced our understanding of anatomy. Edward Jenner pioneered the world's first smallpox vaccination. The Enlightenment. Shifting to the Enlightenment, we explore who has the right to govern. The old idea was divine right, where monarchs ruled by God's mandate. The Enlightenment introduced the idea that government's power comes from the consent of the governed. Enlightenment thinkers believed in discovering truth through reason. They viewed nature as good and reasonable, seeking happiness on earth. The belief in progress fueled the idea that society and humankind could improve. Liberty was essential, allowing individuals to shape their governance and be protected by the law. These great minds met in salons to discuss new ideas. Their influence can be seen in documents like the U.S. Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and the U.S. Constitution. They promoted progress, secularism, and faith in science. John Locke advocated for natural rights, life, liberty, and property. Voltaire championed freedom of thought and expression. Montesquieu's ideas influenced the separation of powers and checks and balances. Rousseau favored direct democracy and total equality. Beccaria argued for fitting punishments to crimes. Wollstonecraft championed women's equality and participation in politics. The Enlightenment left a lasting legacy. It encouraged belief in progress, using reason to solve social problems, end slavery, and promote democracy. A more secular outlook emerged, relying on reason and science rather than superstition. Individual importance was emphasized, with people using reason to determine right from wrong. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your assessment.